Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? I am just doing the raking. I've raked down there, I've raked over there, I've raked everything over that side. All I got left is this bit here and the more rough patch over there that I said I was going to do. Before I go any further, my weekly question is, which tractor do you want me to save up to buy? It's going to be one of these four. It'll be the Massey Ferguson 7700, the Deutz Fahr Series 7, the Lamborghini Mach VRT, or the Case Puma CVX. These tractors are all roughly the same horsepower. That's 210, 224, 224, and 225. So they're essentially the same kind of tractor. I think they can all be fitted with the front loader so that we could do that if we wanted to. I don't think we will, though. They've all got front linkage, so it's really down to your personal preference of tractor. There'll be a little thing up here in this corner. You can mouse over it any point during the video and click on it. Click on the little eye that's up there and you'll be able to vote for which tractor you want, and we will use those as the tally at the end of it. I'll let everybody know how many votes we've had and so on and so forth. Still head into the comment section and give me your thoughts on the matter, whether you want me to do something different. Tell me about why you're picking your favourite tractor. I would love to hear all of it, but it's your vote, it's your game, and I will make sure that your vote counts. Now then, let's just head back out of here. So I've done a whole load of raking, and I'm going to continue on. And I'm doing this the way that I was told how to rake a field many years ago now. And I don't know how many years ago, but it was a fair while. But basically, you go once around the edge, then you do the inside land work like this, but leaving the sort of bit near the edge. And the reason you do it like this is because then you can do one more turn around the outside and tidy it all up. And you're left with a field that looks really neat and tidy. Now, I realise that not everybody would do it like this. Some people will do it considerably different to this. But this is how I was shown how to do it, and it's how I did it in real life when I did raking. I didn't do that much raking, I've got to be honest. I did a little bit. Most of the rowing up that I did was using the old hay bob and machines similar to that. Actually, most of it was with a hay bob, not machine similar. It was an actual hay bob. I did talk about hay bobs once before, and several people said that they still use hay bobs all the time. They use them on their farm. Other people said that they didn't like them because they left the windrow quite lumpy and knotty, whereas this one tends to give you a more even result. And yes, this one can give you a more even result than hay bob. However, this one is considerably more expensive, and it's a single-purpose machine. Whereas the hay bob, obviously, was a dual-purpose machine in that it could do the tedding as well as the rowing up. So, you know, there's sort of pros and cons to it. But anyway, I did say that I was going to have a look for a combination baler and wrapper. And I think I mentioned in the last episode that I have been unsuccessful in my quest to find such a beast. So I am going to use the Follow Me mod to bale and wrap at the same time, and then we'll pick everything up with the trailer. Now, I did look at another mod that I seen on ModHub for collecting the bales. However, it doesn't look like it would be as efficient as the bale trailer that we've already got. So I think we'll stick with the one that we've got, because I think the other one only picks up 5 bales, or maybe even only 4. It definitely doesn't pick up as many as the bale trailer that we've already got. So we will stick with that one. Now, if I come around here, the final round, we now start on that one. I'll take in this sort of outside piece here, and I'll come up, and hopefully I can get everything in and just gather up that last little bit that's stuck out there. Ooh, I just missed a bit. Oh well. We'll get that when we sort of spin round. So then you come up through here and you gather up the outside bit, and you tidy up the ends of each of the rows as well, so that you don't have any issues with it, anything like that. I'm not quite sure why you would have issues with it, but you might. You never know. And then we come along here, and what a lot of people will do is they will come down the last windrow like this, and then just carry on with it like that. Sometimes you can throw the crop around a little bit when you sort of go to meet up with it like that, but usually you're alright, you can get away with it. It ends up being quite neat and tidy. And then we come back round here, meet up with the windrow that we already did, pick up, and we'll switch off while we move into the next field. So let's come on up over here. And it is... I'm wondering if in the next edition of this game will actually be, you know, when you drive over the windrow, if it will sort of spread it all over the place, sort of in a realistic fashion. Right, that's lowered down. I want to... Oop, no. I keep pressing all the wrong buttons. Don't press the wrong buttons. I want to stay out of cab for this bit, because it's quite rough up round the top here. And remember, this is the bit that we're going to be ploughing up. This and the bit that we've just raked. We're going to plough this up. Some extra free land for us. And we can sort of say that it's part of the cooperative, or, you know, our great aunt Mildred owns the land and has said that we can use it however you want to look at it, but we're going to be ploughing this bit up. And one of the penalties that we're going to pay, just in case anybody didn't see me explaining this last time, is that the ground is quite rough, so there is going to be places that is more difficult to work than our standard fields, which I think is kind of a it's kind of a suitable penalty, I think, for getting free land, in that it's not as easy to work as it would normally be. It would kind of be the same in real life. If you got the opportunity to work a field for free, very often there's something wrong with it. There's an issue with it. I probably shouldn't have been raking this. I should have stopped and then started on the land work on this bit. Oh well. I'll do it down this end, do it properly. So yeah, I've heard of people getting free land to work before. I've even worked for farmers that have free land that they work, that they were able to get, and the reason generally that they're able to use it is because it is very, very poor land. It's covered in rocks, it's all scrubby and bushy, and generally very, very difficult to farm, hence the reason it's free. So we're going to do the same, I think. It's going to work out quite nicely. Although, to be honest, this bit hasn't been all that difficult to work. I'm a little bit disappointed. There was quite a rough patch over the side. I wasn't able to mow it properly. It might be a little bit more difficult to get over here with a combine, something like that. I know that there is quite a steep bit on the bottom end of the piece over there that we just raked up. But again, it didn't seem to make our machine struggle all that much, did it? I'm not sure if that's good. I would think I would have preferred it to be a bit rougher and a bit more difficult. Well, we'll see. We'll see what the earth working machinery kind of deals with it. And then, of course, the first area that we mowed and turned to silage for the cattle, that area, that's got quite a rough sort of patch in the middle of it. And I was hoping that we could use that as well. That might give us our rough ground penalty, that's the words I was looking for. It would give us the rough ground penalty that I think would be suitable for being able to get the free land. So we just come over here and get this bit. Lower that down. Right, that is our raking. I am going to go now and I'm going to get the baler set up. And I am going to use the Follow Me mod, as several of you have said that you would like me to use that one. I got it installed. I've tested it out on the baling and the wrapping. You've got to be a bit careful, because if you get too far ahead, he can sometimes, or if you go too fast, he can sort of get confused and not wrap the bales properly and just sort of drive off without doing anything with them, which is a little bit of a nuisance, but that's something that we can work round. This one here is a machine that we own, so we'll take this one back to the farm. Let me just fold it up. This one can go back to the farm, so if we go back down this way, we'll return this one, we'll put this one in the shed. Then the baler and the wrapper, obviously those are leased machines, and they're the last machines that we're going to be leasing on this map. I was talking about leasing the combine. I have now decided it's not going to happen. We are definitely not leasing anything else on this map. That is my solemn promise, even if I've got to go and do 2 hours of gameplay after an episode in order to go and do a load of contracting, just to pay for things and move it along a bit. I am determined not to lease anything on this map, and I'm equally determined now to only lease things on Goldcrest. I was saying that we'd start buying stuff later on, but I'm going to try and do that so that we only lease stuff. Completely 100% don't buy anything. And it could be quite interesting. On the other hand, it could fail absolutely abysmally and we never get anywhere with it. But anyway, I'm going to park this up and then I will go and get set up with the 2 tractors and the wrapper and the baler. I already brought this tractor up earlier on and I'm just going to hitch it into the wrapper and then we're going to set it following the baler. And what we've got to do is we've got to offset it to the right by a little bit so that the bales line up when they come out of the baler. So let's just hitch that one up and we'll come out here and then put this one into work position, so it's like that. Now the Follow Me mod has got a series of controls and it's very important that you use the right control button. I haven't actually tried doing things for the machine behind me, but this one's the right control. So we press the right control button and F, and that puts the distance ahead at 10. So he's going to stop there, hopefully. So now, if I use the WASD keys, that will alter where it's set. So at the moment, we're on, well, that's on 0. So we can ahead distance 5, 10. We can set it so that it goes in front of the machine that it's following, and you do that when you're doing foraging and stuff. We'll get to that. We will eventually use it for that. I did do that in Melbury Estate, I think it was. So we're going to right offset by 2. I found that to be about the right distance to do it. And we'll keep the leader ahead distance at 10. So he will be a little bit behind us, but he won't be so far away that he gets lost. So let me start driving on down. And now you'll notice that he's just offset himself, slightly off to the side. And so if you look down through, that should... Right, I think he could actually come a bit closer than that. And then we'll be able to see him a bit better. So if I right control, and then I'll press W, and I'll put the ahead distance at 5. Right, I think the ahead distance at 5 is just a little bit too much for it to handle. And now he's wrapped up against the... Yeah. Right, that's not working. That's not working very well. Okay, we get it. You don't like it. Crumbs. Right, ahead 5 is not quite enough. Unless we change it... I need to just move forward a little bit. Right. Unless I move the right offset slightly. We'll figure that out in a minute. If I bring him along here, I want to make sure there's no traffic before he comes on out. Okay. He's stopping a good distance away. He's being nice and polite about it now. I will start up the baler. And we will come in on here. And because we've rode the crop up, we'll fill the bales up fairly quickly, which is actually quite good. We're not going to be hanging around waiting for ages for the bales to make. So let's get on round the field and fill this one up. I don't like that it starts bleeping quite so early. It could just wait a little bit longer before it starts bleating at us. Right, there we go. There's 4,000 litres. And I'll let the bale out. I should just be able to close it straight away. Yeah. And then come forward. Now, this is the bit that we want to watch. I'm going to try and do this backwards. There we go. Right, see, so now that the ahead 10 distance is set, I think it would be pretty cool if we could have it run a little bit closer than this. It seems a little bit too far away. When you stop, I mean, look, there at that distance. Would it be better if we could have it a bit further away? Right, offset. If I put the right offset at 2.5 and then a head distance at 5, what's that going to do? Is that going to be too tight to it? Yes. So I'll offset. Tried offsetting again. What's that doing? That's offset 3 now, and now it's beside the baler. But is that going to be a bit too much? Because once you get moving, it sort of seems to do the job okay. Why is this tractor not moving? Oh, that's because I'm not in that tractor. I need to go over here and get into this one. There we go. Right, now I can do it. And if I start moving here, he's going to run right along beside me. Yeah. See, you can't change the offset, not the offset, the distance behind in smaller increments. It's either he's a long way behind, or he's hugging me like this. This is a little bit too close. I think we will change that back again. So if I press Y, that's going to go straight out, straight into that one there, and he's going to start working. I'll close that one down. He'll close his down. Well, she will, actually. I think it's she in there, yeah. Right, we are too close. This is not going to work. Look at that. Hugging it right up tight. So, let's come back, and we will change this back to an offset of 10. So if I press Control and press S, that'll give me a head distance of 10 instead of a head distance of 5. There may be a way to do it in smaller increments than that, but I don't know what it is. I didn't see any controls for that. So, come on round there. The good thing about this is that it will follow whatever route you take. Now I'm having to drive facing the wrong way, just to see if we can get it to work. I think the offset of 3 works fairly well anyway, though. I was thinking that that might be a bit too much, but it seems alright. 700, 800. We're gonna drop this bale right on this very corner, so it'll give a bit of a test to how good this setup is. So I need to turn extremely sharp now to get round there and continue picking. I don't think I'm even going to be able... Yes, I am. Look at that. Just collect up that grass. Come on round. And if I start turning that way, it's going to push the pickup slightly over to the right and then gather it up. And there's that one. He's just now starting to wrap. It does actually look pretty cool when it starts wrapping. I always found that to be slightly mesmerizing as it starts wrapping. It's pretty good. Anyway, I should be able to... I don't know how much we can get done today. Get a little bit done. The thing is, though, you've got to be a little bit careful about where you drive. Because, look, if I come over here to gather that little bit up, then I spin round. You watch what this other tractor does. He's going to come up round there. Look, he's just missed that bale. Sometimes he'll actually collide with the other bales, and that's the bit that makes it really, really difficult to get just right. But if he's colliding with other bales, you got to watch what that one's doing at the same time as watching your own baler, because if you do start to get collisions and stuff, he leaves bales behind, and it can get a little bit messy. So you may, if you do it in too much of a hurry, you may end up having to go round and just pick up a few bales at the end of it that the wrapper missed. Now we're just going to carry straight on now. Right, the offset of 3 is too far. That didn't work. So we'll come back over to this one and we'll put it back to 2, what we had originally. Offset 3, let's go to 2. So now when he's doing it in a straight line, he should tuck right in behind us and gather up the bale. Now I'm just going to come over here. What I'm going to try and do, hopefully, is trick it now into picking up that bale. Because I know that he just came out round it. So he's offset to the right. And if I come down here like this, and then hug this bale really, really tight, like this, I've actually moved the bale too much. That's not going to work. I was hoping that I could sort of fool it a bit. But maybe if I go round this way, I can still get it to do it. Yeah. I'll stop hitting the bale. I managed to get it to do it. I got it to do this before. Not by actually touching the bale. We just missed the bale and went round. Is it going to do it? Is it going to catch that bale? Oh, so close! So close. Right, let's try that again. I'm going to try this once more and see if we can get him to pick up that bale. I don't want to have to come back and gather up bales that we've missed. So, come here like this. I need to just miss it with the baler, because otherwise it sends it the wrong way. Now he's going to be too far out, isn't he? Hang on. If I can swing right round like that, it might do it. Nope. No, he's nudging the bale out of his own way. All right, we'll give that up as a bad job, and we'll come back and get that another time, or at the end of it. So we'll have to remember that we got one bale down here that's still to do. And if we come back, I'll lift up the feed, and we'll nip down here, and we'll start down this bottom end. I think. Come all the way down here, and lower the pickup down here. Come on round. Right. Get up through there. Now we should be able to make a decent few bales. So long as you don't get closer to any... so long as you don't get too close to anything like trees. Because he will get hung up on trees. And he will also get hung up on traffic, which is not very useful. Now, is he actually in the right position at the moment? Or is she? It's a she, isn't there? In there, isn't it? Yes. And, right, see, that is perfect. Pick that up, absolutely perfect. But if you come belting up through here and you do it too quickly, it's okay, so long as you don't unload the bale before he takes the bale, or she unloads the bale on her wrapper. Because if she's still got the bale on her wrapper, like that, she'll ignore this one and sort of just drive over it, and the wrapper will bounce up over it, and that doesn't work very well. So we can let the bale out, but we can't move until her bale has been discharged. Now we can move, and she'll pick up the next bale. And I'll show you what I mean. I'll see if I can get it to do it. We need to go really, really quickly and discharge our bale before she finishes wrapping. So I'm going to go belting up through as fast as I possibly can. Right, it's getting close to full. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and break. Ooh, go on a little bit further. There, 4,000. Right, we'll empty it out instantly and get going really quickly. No, close down, close down. There, and because the bale's rolled back as well, it might... Yeah, see, it's just caught it there. So she's actually missed that bale because we were too quick. But it'll only do it if you rush along and try to do the job too fast. So we'll just have to come back and get that one when we come back and get the other one. Hopefully we won't have any more excess bales left lying around. And just come down through here. I won't be doing bales after this week. Tomorrow we're going to be gathering up some bales. And like I said, I was looking at a mod that I thought might work, but I don't think I will. I think we'll stick with the trailer that we got over there, unless I can find something else. Someone has suggested to me an auto-load trailer, which I thought might actually be pretty cool if we could use an auto-load trailer. It could speed things up a bit, depending on how many it will carry. I'll have a think about that. I'll before I make up my mind, because using auto-load at this stage in the game, I think is... I'd like to avoid it just yet. I will use auto-load stuff because I really do like it. We know the process of loading up the trailers, and we don't necessarily want to sit and watch the trailers being loaded all the time. So I will be using auto-load at different times. I just thought I'd try and avoid it just yet. Right, so because we waited, they picked up that bale just fine. And so this is what I don't like about the offset thing, because now she's a long way behind us, and we can't really see it being wrapped very well. And I like to be able to see the whole process. So we'll let her catch up a bit. There we go. I'm almost full. There we go. There's a full bale, and you can unload it, and you can close back down. There we go. But we need to wait until she's dumped her bale off and her wrapper is reset, because otherwise she will just... the thing will ride right up over the bale, and you won't actually have a bale being wrapped, which is not really what we're after. Right, come on down here. I need to spin round down there and start coming back up the other side. That is almost all I have got time for today. And please, if you haven't yet, go and take a quick look at my video that I posted up earlier, which is just a quick question about the channel. And for those of you who haven't seen it and are interested, I have been very fortunate in that I've been able to rearrange my work hours starting in January. And what that means is I'm going to have time to produce either some extra Let's Plays or an additional time-lapse every week. I know a lot of you are really keen for me to be able to do an extra time-lapse. It takes a lot of time. It takes the same amount of time to do the one time-lapse as it does to do 6 of these Let's Play episodes. The other Let's Play episodes that I want to do are not going to be Farming Simulator. They're going to be a selection of other games, if that's what you want me to do. Or I will do an extra time-lapse every week, and I'll start releasing one time-lapse on the Sunday, and then another time-lapse on, say, Wednesday or something like that. And whoa, that was pretty quick. Yeah, so the reason I'm offering you this chance, I want to give you all the choice. Do you want me to do the time-lapse, or do you want me to do some different Let's Plays of different games? Please go and have a look at that video that is on my channel, on the page. It was the one that was earlier today, so it'll be somewhere near the top. I will link it occasionally on Facebook and on Twitter in the run-up to Christmas, because this is sort of affecting January onwards, and I really, really want to know what you guys think about this. It's quite important to me that I get it right. I suspect you're going to want me to do the time-lapse, but if you don't, then this is your chance to sort of speak up and say, no, we really don't want another time-lapse. We want some brand new games, and we want your unique take on it. So anyway, my question for this week, while we have still got just enough time, is, there we go, come over this way. There, it's one of these four. Which of these four tractors do you want me to get? The Massey, the Deutz, the Lamborghini, or the Case? Mouse over the screen and click on the little white eye that should be showing up around here, and you can cast your vote on there. Still head into the comment section and let me know your thoughts on it and why you're picking whichever one you're picking. It's your vote, it's your game. And if you've enjoyed this episode, please head down below and give me a like. And if you really enjoyed it, please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.